counting calories, the myth of calories in versus calories out, in terms of it being the only way for you to drop fat, drop body weight, get the physique you want. I mean, I heard so many fitness influencers out there. You know, I mean, people actually, health and fitness, I've told you about this before, people in the health industry, people in the fitness industry, they're not even in the same league, apples and oranges, like apples and bowling balls. The fitness industry is actually almost diametrically opposed to health in lots of ways, of what they promote. So when you talk about holistic health coaches, that's different. They combine health and fitness, but there's so many things talked about in the in the fitness industry that are just counterintuitive to health, and they might get you short-term results, but long-term they're super detrimental to health. So what we're going to go on today about calories in, calories out, and why it's definitely not the only way to lose weight, drop body fat, get the physique you want, and the detrimental effects that it can have if you keep on pushing that. And this is just one of the topics we'll be covering in Module 2, Eating for Excellence of the Health Optimization Membership. There's so many topics around food that I get asked all the time, around diet. People trying keto, carnivore, fruitarian, vegan, getting results short term and then rebounding. Like, why is that? People wondering what foods to eat for best digestion. Is fruit the same as eating sugar? Get so many questions around this. What time is best to eat? Should I be fasting? Should I be eating 5 to 6 meals a day? These are all questions we get. Should women be fasting? Why do you juice over blending, Ryan? There's so many questions that we'll be going into, so many topics we'll be going into. We'll be going into, people will ask me about water as well. Ryan, what about water? Is Kangen water any good? Distilled water, spring water, mineral water, what's best? So we'll be covering over the 4 days. Day 1, we'll be going into the wisdom of water. Day 2, we'll be talking about the diet dilemma, going through what's the best diet for you, going through all the main diets I get asked about, but then talking about what's the best diet for you and going into Revive's diet, the ultimate diet for performance. Day 3, we'll be going into the art of fasting and the best ways I think you should be using fasting. And then day 4, we'll be going into Digestion Dynamics, all about how to optimize your digestion. So that's coming out next week. If you're interested in Module 2, diving into that, answering all the questions that you have, then send me a DM just saying I'm ready, or comment below saying I'm ready, and I can send you the information. But it's going to be 4 days. We'll be diving into that, and I might even add a few extras in there. So really, looking forward to getting Module 2 of the Health Optimization Membership out to you. So, right, that's covered. Let's get back to calories in, calories out. And I could spend a whole probably hour on this, but I'm going to try and cut it down into the most digestible pieces for you. So calories in, calories out for weight loss or for fat loss or for getting physique. Why it's not the only way to go, and why just preaching that is idiotic. I've even heard one fitness influencer talking about how chronic illnesses like fibromyalgia aren't real, and they just need to drop their calories and exercise more. Like, it's just the gaslighting that goes on by some of these morons is it's just inconceivable, really. And just, if you keep on just saying to people, even people that are overweight, they keep on saying, just keep on moving more and eating less and you're going to get there. So why do you think, just put it this way, why do you think that's completely false and moronic? Because if you keep on eating less and moving more, what eventually happens? Your metabolism grinds to a halt. They've shown this by doing studies on tribes that walk 6 miles a day compared to people that are sedentary, and then seeing how many calories they burn. And people would assume that because a tribe member walks six miles a day, does lots of exercise outside, hunts, gathers, etc., they'll be burning a lot more calories than someone who's more sedentary than them. But obviously, if that was true, if they kept on burning more and more calories, those tribal members would be all skin and bone, would have no muscle in them at all. And that's not what happens. When you see pictures of people in tribes, they are lean and healthy and athletic, but they are not gaunt and malnourished. And that's because your metabolism is clever. It will burn what it needs to burn to keep you functioning at your optimal capacity within reason, if you start living within the laws of healthy paradigms. And so now I've had clients come to me before, so many clients come to me before, and women after giving birth, for example, come to me, Ryan, I've been eating less, I've been working out 4 times a week, and I can't lose any more weight. In fact, I feel like I'm just getting bigger, and the weight on the scales is going up. It's like, of course, your body's in starvation mode. It doesn't know when the next calories are coming. Your metabolism has dropped super low, and so your body's holding on to water and to weight because it's thinking, well, I might not get a meal soon, so I need to hold some back in case that becomes a reality. And so when I talk to my clients and get them to actually understand, look, we're going to get you to stop doing high intensity workouts in the gym for now, and get you to walk more. Just go for a nice relaxing walk for an hour a day. Okay, you can strength train in the gym maybe once, twice a week, and I want you to eat more calories. Just don't even worry about calories right now. Just concentrate on eating real whole foods and get enough water. Boom, what happens? 3 weeks later, 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, oh my God, Ryan, I can't believe it. I'm looking so good, like my weight's gone down on the scales. Of course, because your body has started to go out of starvation mode, started to release fat, started to burn fat again, and now your physique's looking better and you're feeling better, rather than stressing your body beyond belief. And I've had so many women also come to me that have been destroyed by physique coaches who have just people that are trying to get them on stage to prepare for competition, for bodybuilding competition, and they've kept on dropping their calories, and then getting them to exercise 2-3 times a day. And what happens to these women after the competition? They get a huge rebound. Why? Because they haven't been told how to gradually increase their calories. I mean, they shouldn't have been doing that in the first place. On 800 calories, working out 3 times a day, it's completely ludicrous. It just shows you that these people are dangerous, and that these physique competitors, women and men as well, will blow up. They'll put on 15 kgs in a matter of weeks, and they'll just be like, they'll put on so much fat, they won't even be recognizable. And this is why there's a whole area. I mean, if calories in and calories out was the only thing that mattered, there's a whole area now in this world of health and fitness, which is reverse dieting. It's gradually increasing the person's calories back to their maintenance level after doing something like a physique show. Because if you just go back to eating normally, your metabolism will be so slow. It's down there. If you're training 3 times a day and eating super low calories, your metabolism is going to drop right down because it wants to keep you living. So you actually have to train your metabolism to burn more calories. And Dr. Jade Tita is an expert on this, on metabolism. Metabolism is not just a simple thing. There's many things that affect it, which is what I'm going to go into as well. And, in metabolism, you've got, yes, eat less, move more, but you've also got eat less, move less, eat more, move less, and eat more, move more. There's 4 different ways of tricking your metabolism, and just by eating less and moving more, you're going to destroy your metabolism. You need to keep it guessing, keep the body guessing. It's the same in health when you have different supplements. If you keep on having the same supplements all the time, your body gets used to them. So you chop and change to keep your body guessing. And so, this is why you have to realize your metabolism isn't rigid. It's a fluid thing, and it moves with, if you go for a nice walk or lift weights or play sport, you can keep it moving and going up and down. And by this is why bodybuilders have higher calorie days, or even athletes have higher calorie days, because they keep low and they'll go up, and so their metabolism gets used to burning. Okay, and this is why, this is just calories and movement. There's so many other things that impact your metabolism as well, such as your stress levels, your emotions, your feelings, everything. They impact your metabolism more than anything. Have you ever been stressed? What happens? Ever had someone, a close family member die? Or have you ever been through a really tough breakup? What happens? Does your appetite go? Probably. Some people obviously stress eat, but others, the appetite completely goes. Why? Because your body doesn't want to digest food when you're under that much stress. Your body's in fight and flight, not rest and digest. So stress impacts your digestive system, your endocrine system, which is your hormonal system, and that causes suppression of your energy metabolism, and that can lead to anxiety and depression. And then you've got irritable mind syndrome or racing mind. That does the same. You know, we're in a world right now where everyone's trying to make enough money to survive. They're trying to educate themselves daily. They're trying to know what's going on in the world so they can prepare and best protect themselves and their family. You have single mothers trying to pay all the bills, be beautiful, you know, trying to literally be everything to everyone. You got fathers trying to be a rock for their family when it feels like the walls are caving in every area. It's exhausting, you know, and it just, all this stress adds up. I mean, all these stresses we're not used to, and that's without even being exposed to all the chemicals and pollutants. You know, we've got toxins, plastics, VOCs, fragrances, perfumes, pollutants, etc. that all play havoc with the endocrine system and the metabolism. They end up destroying it. You know, the body is very clever. It doesn't want these toxins in your system or floating around in your bloodstream, because that would impact their organs, that would impact the neurological system, the CNS. And so what the body does is very clever. It wraps these toxins in fat, and so it stores them. So you see these people today, they're just swollen. You look at a person on the beach in the 1970s, there wasn't a single person that was fat. Now everyone's overweight. Why? Because they're super stressed. They're obviously eating a lot of processed foods. They're not moving as much, but they're super toxic, and they're so stressed that their body can't metabolize things effectively. So this is why having a healthy metabolism and burning fat and keeping lean is so much more than just eating less and moving more. You have to look at your stress levels, okay? How toxic is your lifestyle, is your diet as well? Toxic diet, toxic lifestyle. You know, how are you manipulating your metabolism? The food you eat. I mean, if you just concentrate on eating real foods, organic foods, free from pesticides, herbicides, larvicides, insecticides, rodenticides, chemical fertilizers, that's going to go a long way to getting a lean physique. Eating when you're hungry, not by the clock. You know, sometimes even giving your body a break. Making sure you're moving so you can get your lymphatic system moving. So even if it's a walk a day for an hour, it gets the lymph system moving so your body can clear toxins out. So the less toxic you are, the more lean you're going to be. Sorry, the more toxic you are, the fatter you're going to be, because your body's going to store toxins as fat. But the less toxic you are, the leaner you're going to be. The less stressed you are, you're going to digest your food. I mean, just from being, if you're stressed, you can't digest your food. You can't digest, metabolize, assimilate, eliminate your food. You know, that's going to massively impact your weight anyway. So this is a much more complex situation than just calories in, calories out. And anyone who says it's just calories in, calories out, unfortunately, at best, they're misinformed. At worst, they're moronic. There's so many things that go into it. So this is why, remember, it's a holistic approach. If you want to have a healthy, happy, whole, lean physique, where you're proud of your body, where it can do everything you want it to do, then you have to take a holistic approach. You have to look at your diet, your toxin exposure, your lifestyle, who you surround yourself with, your stress levels, what you're doing every day. You're getting up and you're going straight into looking at your phone, you're putting out fires and you're straight in that fight or flight, or you're taking the morning for yourself to actually gather your thoughts, to breathe, to meditate, to journal, to get yourself in the right place mentally. Your state will impact your ability to drop body fat and hold muscle more than anything else. If you're constantly stressed, in a state of fight and flight, which most people are all the time. I've been through it myself. Been trying to help so many people that have been in constant fight and flight. It's completely destroyed my gut, and it's meant that I can't digest food, and my health's taken a turn for the worse. You know, all the things that I hold dear in terms of what I want to put out to the world, you know, health, loyalty, all these things. I was like, am I being those things to myself? And a lot of times I was looking after everyone else rather than looking at myself first. You can only be there for other people. You can only live the life that you want and you desire if you take care of yourself first. And remember, when it comes to health, it's much more complex than just calories in, calories out. But in a way, it's simple in terms of getting back to Mother Nature and doing what we're meant to do. Spending time in nature, going for walks, lifting heavy things up and down, eating real foods, reducing your exposure to toxins and chemicals, spending time with loved ones, doing things you enjoy, you know, all the things I talk about all the time. When it comes to food, making sure you're eating in a relaxed state, you're chewing your food into a paste, drink your food and chew your water, as Adele says. It's another thing we'll be going into in module 2, Eating for Excellence. And so can't wait to get that out to you as well, module 2. Hopefully this has helped people understand calories in, calories out is not the be all and end all. There's so much more that goes into it. Yes, if you're eating too much, if you're not moving enough, then you need to look into that. You can't just eat whatever you want, but if you're moving your body, if you're exercising, if you're giving yourself the best foods, and you're actually, you're manipulating your metabolism in different ways, and you don't have to just keep on lowering the calories and moving more. You can look at other things, and remember your stress levels, your toxic exposure, they're super important as well. Anyway, hope this helps. I said before, if you're looking to get more information on the Eating for Excellence module, send me a DM saying I'm ready and I'll give you the information. Otherwise, lots of love, people. Speak to you soon.